Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So, today we are talking about my seasonal favorites. So this is for the fall season, which is September, October, November. So, let's just say this was much more difficult than I actually thought it would be because I'm not like the most harsh, reviewer. I like a lot of things, but actually for the fall months, this was actually really difficult because usually I have like around 10 5-star books in 3 months. I haven't had it. I think I had 6, which made this really difficult for, moving over to my 4 stars books and trying to, think which one of these did I like the most. Because obviously, 4-star books I think has been like the most used one. So, yeah. It was still really difficult to narrow it, not like narrow it down to 10, but figure out who did I like the most, who did I like the least. Who I liked the most was obvious. To be completely honest, that one was like no-brainer. And then, yeah, overall, it went all right. I had to go over to my 4-star reads, so 4 of these books are actually 4-star books, but 4 stars really still enjoyed them. I was waiting for that one for like an hour. So, yeah, let's just talk about them. We will talk about them in the order that I kind of figure out that I think this is the order. And then, yeah, so I'm just going to scoop over here so we can put a picture up because if you have seen my channel, you know that I own a lot of these books, but I just never, have them physically with me because I just feel like it's much simpler to talk about them when I have a picture. So, let's just start with number 10. And that one is My Sister, the Serial Killer. And this is a 4-star book. But this one was really like special because this is basically about 2 sisters. And you only get like the perspective of one of them. But basically, the sister we are following basically is called Every Time Her Sister Makes a Murder. So the sister is a serial killer, and it's usually the boyfriend that she kills, and basically the sister always has a reason for it. And then basically the main character that we are following basically falls for this guy. But this guy meets her sister, and now she needs to kind of figure out, like, how am I going to save this guy that I really like? And yeah, it was it was a really cool book. And it was something I have never read before. And I don't think the ending will be what everyone is expecting, So yeah, it was really good. And yeah, then we have Punching the Air, and this one is in like, I think it's in this one who is in verse. And basically this is about this guy who basically goes to prison for something that he did or was like a part of. So I want to stop myself here just because from I had to check it up just because I wasn't sure myself in the when I filmed this, but he wasn't a part of it. So he's wrongly accused. So sorry for me who is saying that he was a part of it, because he wasn't. So yeah, and there he finds like I think it might be writing. So yeah, it was really good. I haven't really started to fall for books in like verse. So this one was really special, and yeah, it definitely shows that, you know, things are unfair. Because yeah, it's unfair. Things are unfair in this world, and sometimes you get a really harsh punishment for something you didn't do, or maybe you didn't have a part of it, but you was there, and then you are, framed for it basically. And then we have number 8 is clap when you land, and this one, it was so good. And I think this one is also in verse. So basically, what this book is about this man. He dies in a plane accident on the way to, I think it's the Dominican Republic. And basically, when he dies, you figure out that he has 2 families, one in the States and one in the Dominican Republic. And basically, they also get to know that, they are sisters. And he had 2 lives that, none of them knew that he had. So it was just really mind-blowing. And yeah, I loved how this story unfolds, and yeah, it was really, really good. Then we have number 7 is King. And basically in this one we are following this character that basically just goes by Doe, like in Jane Doe, because she don't have a memory. She don't know where she comes from or anything, and basically she goes to this place to kind of become, basically, to hopefully be taken care of by a motorcycle guy. And she meets King, who is not like a typical motorcycle dude, but he just got out of prison. He is tough and everything, and yeah, so she meets King, and a lot of things happen, and this ends on the humongous cliffhanger ever, and I can't wait to read the next book. But it was so good. I think I read this maybe in a day, and yeah, things was just, getting twisted, and yeah, I really don't know what is going to happen. So it's going to be really interesting to see. So number six is Lingus, and in this one we are following Kat, and Kat loves porn. So she goes to this porn convention, and there she meets this guy. It's a Mariana Zapata book, and let's just say that I didn't expect to like this book, because it was just like, it just sounds not weird, but but it kind of sounds a little weird that this is kind of how they meet at a porn convention, and Yeah, it's just really strange, but that is kind of not the theme, or it is a theme in this book, but it's not like they are also outside of this convention, and you know, it's just you get to know them on this other level as well. So it was really good actually. So this is the first 5-star that I had. I was going to say that, you know, don't have the same author on twice, but it was really difficult because actually I have all the Mariana Zapata books on this list because it was really difficult not to, because I didn't have that many 5-stars. The next one is Hands Down, and in this one we are following Zack. And Zack you meet in The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, and it was so good. So Zack he goes back home where he meets his childhood best friend who has had a crush on him forever. But basically, when he left, she kind of said that, yeah, I'm not going to do that anymore. Like, I'm over it. Then he comes back into her life, and apparently he hasn't gotten that memo. So yeah, it was so good. Typical Mariana Zapata style. She's the slow burn queen. So it was really good. Then we have the Black Flamingo, and this is basically about this guy, and he kind of struggles. He don't know who he is, and feels like it's really difficult. And then he gets introduced to the life of drag. So yeah, that is kind of what this book is about. It's a book in verse. So it says something. I have like 3 books on verse. So I really like that style of writing, because I just feel like you get the information that you need, but you don't get too much information, you know. So I really love this. It was really an amazing book and a quick read, and yeah. Number 3 is Under Lock, and this is the 3rd Mariana Zapata book that we have on this list, and we are following Iris. And basically, she moves in with her brother in Austin, and basically she has been 6 months unemployment back home, so she decides that that's the easiest thing. He can help her get a job. So basically she had 2 choices: the strip club or the tattoo shop, and so she chose the tattoo shop. She didn't expect to meet Dax. He's the biggest jerk ever, but yeah, it was amazing. It's a little lighter of a, you know, motorcycle book. It wasn't like the hardcore that I have read a few times. So yeah, overall I really loved it, and yeah, I just really loved those 2 together. They were really cute together. So yeah, number 2 is The Fellowship of the Ring, because like that series as a whole, to be completely honest, I just felt like it just seems a little weird to, you know, put all the books on there in this same series, because Lord of the Rings kind of is one whole book, you know, that is just split into 3 parts. So The Fellowship of the Ring is, you know, about Frodo, and it follows years after The Hobbit, and you know, basically Frodo needs to stop the evil and take the ring and destroy it at Mount Doom, and that is kind of his quest. He needs to do it. We have Sam, amazing. I can't wait to, you know, watch the movies. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, Lord of the Rings is definitely something that I'm going to watch as a movie this month because I have to. But yeah, I don't want to tell too much. They are older books, so definitely take that into consideration. I finished them like overall within a week. But yeah, I just took a few breaks. But I will definitely recommend the audiobooks just because if you feel like they are a little heavy to get through, the narration was amazing. I think his name was Andy Serkins, and it was just so good. And I can't, wait to watch the movies and see, because people say that the movies are better, and then I'm like, how can it get better? You know. So then we have number 1, and this one. This one I said was a contender to The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, and that is like my all-time favorite book. So that's how close it is, and that is All Roads Lead Here. I read about it, and I wanted to reread it after I have finished it. So this is about Aurora, and basically she wants to start over after things has gone kind of wrong. She wants to start over, so she goes back to a small town in the mountains that she used to live with her mother when she was younger. And basically she gets to this place, and there she meets Rhodes, and he's like this mean guy, but yeah, it was just amazing. I love Rhodes, I love Aurora, and just yeah, everything that happened in this book, I just really loved it. And what I love about Mariana Zapata books is that it's slow burn. So Mariana Zapata's slow burn books, they are, they won't get together until the end. But then the thing becomes that you get these small moments of kind of call it a reward. You get these small moments where you're like, yes. But nothing happens, and you get a little annoyed, but it's worth the wait. Yeah, it's just so good, and this is my favorite this month. Nothing came close to beating it. So yeah, that was my seasonal favorites. So yeah, hope you liked this video, and I will see you next time for another one. Bye!